Things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David College with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Webster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. I've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down, looking for more. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
On the snap, it's Davidson. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. There's a live football. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense pounces back on.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the Dome. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Rides the back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Takes a hit as he fires. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. to the 38. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Davidson. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, man, I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he...
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Blasted it as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 7 over Boston College. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass. It's Clubden. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, he's getting ahead of slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive with a pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Motion from the wideout. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. grabs behind the line. It's Williams. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch right at the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. They'll run play action. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air. It's Klubnik. Puts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
What a disappointment. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes the catch. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Kelly. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Hits the afterburners. They mark him out of bounds. at the 42, and they're on the move. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive going to the air. They get to him as he throws.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Give to the running back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Got a man. It's Copeland. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Knowles are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Going up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. The RPO fired complete to the left. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed.
Oh, the ball dropped down. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Creates a little room. Still on his feet at the 25. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, CLemson.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? You got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those.
Got enough space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Davidson. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the bootleg and rolling out. Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 8 over Boston College. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Got room to work. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. At the
about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Blackwell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Toss to the outside. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field.
And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an extra.